Good morning, Sassy Fam, and happy Sunday. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to go ahead and jump on into it because I tell you, I sat down and I said, surely I have something for the intro. Surely some random chit-chat or nonsense to share with you. And then I'm also thinking, not really. No. That's not bad. That ain't bad. I have to tell you, I have to admit, things around here, I dare use the word smooth. Schedule, evening out, work, going great. Fam, doing great. Cinnamon, she is here with me today. She's doing great as well. I'm sure you will hear her run in and out of the house today, play in the background, that kind of thing. She might even pop up to say hello. I never know. If not, perhaps I can bribe her over later with some treats. But yeah, other than that, no real news to report. We'll be in Aries season before you know it, a couple of weeks. We have an upcoming full moon and I believe lunar eclipse, but I'll confirm that the next Thursday check-in. But yeah, that's about it. That ain't bad. We'll take that. But like I said, I hope that you are doing well. Speaking of which, what are we doing today? We're going to do the general overview, what I call a 369. That is a 9-card draw baseline. Then we'll put down some advice, oracles, and charms as is our way. Like always with the general overview or any tarot reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. If there's more than one energy clearly apparent to you on this board today that I personally did not see, call out, or connect to, right, then you feel free to reverse those energies as you see fit. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all, which is frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Like always, your sign will be timestamped in the description box as well as the comments. I see I opted to dress like a Disney villain today. That's cool. I'm into that, you know. I do like the darker colors because last Thursday check-in, it was bright, colorful beach colors, if you will. It was, you know, I liked it. That's nice. It's nice to go in that direction, but I'm like, And our darker colors are back. Sometimes, you know, you dress up like a Disney villain and you're okay with it. You guys, I will see you for some shorts. I will see you for the Thursday check-in, of course. And I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? What's going on for Leo? Show me Leo, please. What's going on for Leo? Okay. King of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, excuse me, the Hanged Man, Strength, that's you, 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, cool. Opening, straight away, you're like, I'm good. I like what I'm feeling. Very embracing of your emotions. King of Cups here. It's kind of like saying, I proudly feel what I feel. I am open to love. I am giving to love, right? I am receiving. It's good. It's all good. You like what you feel. 7 of Pentacles, you're on a steady pathway. It's kind of like you're on autopilot right now with the Hanged Man. You're like, everything is where it should be. So you're not really showing me stagnation. It's kind of like you've got a lot to think about, contemplate, act on, but it's all good and it's all from the heart. You're just showing me an individual sense of pathway and that you're not too anxious to propel anything forward or to put too much energy into any unnecessary spaces right now. You're just showing me, I like where I'm at. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay? And then over here, Strength, 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands. For some reason, you whip out your particular power constructs here. That is yours. 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands. And what you're showing me is a firmness of spirit. You're saying, I'm going to continue to move forward in a particular direction. I'm curious about why you needed that moment. And it does look like a moment where you have to reinforce your will. You said, I made this decision to leave something behind, a circumstance, a situation, something. And you're like, I'm going to double down on that decision. Now, you showed me a space of calm, all is well. You like where you're at, right? Steady-paced energy, too. Something reminds you to be on your guard. And then I see you're reminding yourself, move away from that. We're not stopping for that. We're not talking to that. We're not taking action towards that. So this is what you're showing me you're doing relatively soon. It makes me wonder what is provoking that element and what is otherwise a cool, calm, I got this, I'm good, right? It's all gravy, Leo. To be on your guard, keep your eyes forward, keep your energy moving forward. Excuse my tummy if you hear it, it's kicking off, I'm a little hungry. Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. And then you're like, okay, back to the good stuff. I mean, literally your energy just went, okay, back to the good stuff. And what is that? You seem to be exploring love, literally in future. One that is harmonious and one that seems to speak to you as an individual. Love it. I'm loving that. Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. You're like, heck yeah, I like exploring this love. Let's keep it on. Let's keep going. So at what point that crosses your path, I don't know. But it looks like it's something you're already interacting with back here, where you kind of like where you are. It's part of the pathway. Everything's good. Smooth sailing, if you will. But you have a moment right here. I think hopefully they'll show me on advice. I'm very curious. Your sense of strength of will kicks in and says, no, not that way. This way. It's forceful, but it looked like it was necessary. And Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. I mean, you look great there towards the future. You're enjoying something with somebody, and in fact, you want more of it. You keep opening up to whoever that is. It looks harmonious in nature. It's simple, straightforward, to the point, love. And that's lovely. It seems to do well for you. You seem to be choosing it as a person. That's the way it should be. And you're like, yeah, I want to keep opening to that. Now, let's get some advice for you, please. I'm very curious about that moment. Because you went from, I'm a cool King of Cups, everything's awesome, pretty good, no complaints, to don't stop. It's firm, but it's not like it's edgy. You know what I mean? You had your walls raised up there for a second. Yeah, the boundaries that you put in place real quick. You may not know what this is yet. Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. Yeah, you got a reminder in there. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. There's something here you keep telling yourself you have to leave behind. It marks a chapter of pain, possibly a significant ending where you had to walk. For some reason, it's coming up again. It doesn't look threatening. I'm going to make that clear. It doesn't look threatening because you do a check on your energy real fast. Keep it going. So I don't see you stopping to this. I don't see you entertaining this. I don't see you talking to it. It's just kind of an affirmation of the self. We're good, and I don't need to hang out with this. And then boom, you go back onto your pathway of personal development and love and things being awesome. So whatever this is represents a moment of a lot of mental anxiety, what looks like personal pain. It hurt. We had to walk from it. And for some reason, you have a moment coming up soon that's going to remind you that you need to keep away from it. Keep walking. It's not worth worrying about, not anymore, or putting yourself into. Your power structure here, as Leo, is kind of dictating that. But it's good. So I want you to listen to that instinct. Okay? You're right. There's something here that we don't need to travel towards or look at or stop and talk to. Okay? You're going to have a moment where it's going to feel like something that represents a mental weakness is confronting you. Pain. That looks like borderline personal torture of the mind. And it's going to remind you that you had to walk from it. And you're going to keep in that direction too. But again, it doesn't look threatening. We get to choose our own level of participation. I don't see you stopping to talk to that, whatever it is. I don't know. Anything else in here, please? Temperance. The Sun. Good. You've done a beautiful job of healing. Let's keep that going. Okay? Happiness is found for you in time and understanding that happiness is largely what we make of it and the choices we make for ourselves. So whatever this is anti-happiness. And I see a moment where your guard goes up, your shields go up. Keep it moving. You're like, this is where it's at. This is where my happiness is. This is my garden of sunshine. Lisp. This is my place of sunshine, peace. Nothing else but this is welcome in my life. And I see you connecting to someone who has a similar point of view. It's lovely. It is absolutely lovely. Good job. For some of you, it represents an ideal. An ideal in love and a strong sense of self. It's beautiful. Yes, keep on keeping on, please. Okay. Whatever it is, it's a bad offer or it's an anti-offer. It's not loving. It's not good. And for some of you, Leo is your Venus, but I'm not really seeing it like that. The Venus is upside down. It's not a good offer. It's not a loving one. It's not generous. It's pain. This is not where love blossoms. It's anti. Okay? It's something that perhaps you used to be romantically attracted to. Not anymore. Okay? For some of you, not all of you. Okay. Spring. I was wondering. We're in spring now. I'll just say it does look upcoming. I think some of you aren't going to know what that is just yet. But you will. Once more, it's not threatening. And once more, you don't seem to be entertaining it. You just keep your eyes moving forward. Okay? Ooh. I'm not going to lie. I've got chills. I'm a little shaky right now. I'm just FYI. But again, not threatening. You got it. You got it. Okay? First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. As I see you stepping into your superpower here. Yeah, we'll call that spring, maybe Aries season for some of you. Some of you might have some Aries in your chart. Yeah, but stepping into your power. We don't need a time check. We already got one for you. Charms. We have the letters P, E, K, the medallion, oh, and V. V, E, K, P. We have the medallion of Capricorn. Some of you might have some very strong Capricorn in your chart. Could be connecting to, or their season might be important to you. And then we have the peacock in reverse, not on display. We don't want to be seen by this. It's not attractive, or we're not attracted to it anymore. Like I said, that's so interesting that two elements of love and attraction are in reverse. We're no longer in love with this or attracted to it, or it's just no good for us, or it's not good for us. I guess I should say. All right, Leo, honey, I do hope this helped you. It was interesting. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Sagittarius, please. Show me Sag. What's going on, please, for Saggy? Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Ten of Cups. What's going on? Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles. That's good. Now, your opening, though, is a bit rough. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups. It's kind of like saying, look, things are not so great with my inner circle right now. And you will have your reasons, but it's also like, I don't want to think about it. Okay? That's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. You either understand what I'm saying and you resonate with your own way and you have your reasons, or you don't. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's a bit rough. That's a lot of avoidance. A lot of I'm not trying to deal with this right now. And the Ten of Cups. So, Ten of Cups, because that confuses people. What does that mean? It's not one person. It really very rarely is. It's, again, our inner circle. The people that rely upon the most in our life to love and support us and care about us. We would call them family, friends, spouses, kids, family pets, the whole thing, right? Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. That's a distinct stamp of, I ain't trying to deal with that. Now, I sincerely doubt you'll have that kind of energy, thinking, or even attitude towards your Ten of Cups forever. No, that seems to be very much, that's just how I'm experiencing them right now. And perhaps for the last couple of days, maybe even weeks, you know? So I hope that you'll get back to that. I do. Because it seems like we have a lot of unresolved angst, possibly disagreements between yourself and those people who really should be close in our lives. But for now, you seem to be bare minimum, gaining mental distance from those people. Again, that kind of, I don't want to talk to this. I don't want to deal with this, right? Just, I'm just trying not to. You're not even trying to think about them right now. And you will have your reasons, okay? Avoidance is very high right now with those folks. But I hope that one day you'll get to a space where you can address it in some way. But it's on your mind at the same time while you're trying not to allow it to be on your mind. So that suggests unresolved conflict. Okay? The issue will never really go away the more we try to ignore it. In fact, it gets harder to avoid. So just FYI. 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. There's a strong need for you as an individual to show confidence in that which works for you. So focusing on your balances. That makes sense. Okay? Especially if you're not feeling so good about the old family dynamic there. It's kind of like, this is what I can do. This is what does give me a sense of joy and purpose and fulfillment and confidence, frankly. 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. That's what I can do. That's what I can control. And this is, frankly, what makes me feel good about me. So you're showing me, this is what I do every day. I'm pretty good at it. I get recognition for it. And there's some sort of recognition here for a job well done. Or, frankly, you just putting your best self into the stuff that is important to you. So the 6 of Pentacles is anything we really kind of take up a loose contract with. It's what we agreed to fulfill and we get something back from it, i.e. balances. So that could be anything. But 9 of Cups, you're saying it speaks to me and I'm good. And I'm good. I'm happy that you're happy with your balances. So this is much more of a focus of this is what I got going on and what I actually want to participate in. Okay. 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. I actually see you talking with someone in future. It feels good. It feels good. It looks like we might be opening up to someone who is practical. I don't know who that is. It's an energy that actually distinctly feels like it's outside of you. But someone who tends to be practical in nature, someone who is responsible, reliable, okay, head of household energy. It looks pretty fresh. That energy looks fresh. It looks very inviting. I like it. I don't know what you'll make of it, but I only see what's here, not what isn't. I see the conversation here going both ways. So the energy, you open up towards it. What happens after that, I don't know, but it looks like a good exchange of energies and concepts in there. So I don't know if that's a new romantic interest. I don't know if that's a new opportunity in something that poses itself as 3D. I don't know, but you seem to be excited by it. There you go. Let's get some advice for you, please. And it happens after this idea of I'm feeling pretty good about this stuff in my life, And you seem to get recognition for it, so that's good. Job well done, accolades, things like that. So, congratulations to you guys. For those folks who resonate with that portion, like I said back here, you have your reasons. Okay? Yeah. Not everybody's inner circles are so great, and they're not always easily smoothed out, I don't want you to be that person where you feel obligated to ignore this forever. Because like I said, that typically just makes things worse, not better. Okay? It will be, it will come back in some form of unpaid interest, right? I'm not saying you have to like your family. I'm not saying you have to get along with them. It's just that sense of, I should probably address this, at least with myself. At least with yourself first. All right. 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the 3 of Cups. Really focusing on stability and foundation and a strong sense of positive connectivity. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot in the dark here. The inner circle here, the 10 of Cups, is coming across as not emotionally stable right now. Not prosperous, or folks aren't getting along and you just don't want to be a part of it. You don't feel like you can speak to it, or you don't want to contribute to it. It's like that's another subject for another day. Okay? Because here we have the huge emphasis on realistic, practical grounding, stability, and growth with happier connections. Okay? So it's in that same interest or vein of walking a particular path of wisdom, insight, collectivity, of resources here with the Ten of Pentacles, stability, that perhaps we connect with this person. Okay. Well, why not then? Why not then? It's on that sense of I need to develop what's right for me, look after what's correct for me. Okay. All right. Build a platform of success for myself. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. There it is again. Something here was turned down. Something here was turned down. And you decided to open up to that which works. It's interesting. I don't see this Ace of Pentacles as being the future. Some of you turned down work opportunities or something that was anti-productive, anti-profitable, or you just thought it was a bad job. And you opened your heart up to that which was more important to you. All right. Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and you worked on something in and of your own right. That would explain this sense of personal success I'm seeing here. You know, we're getting recognition, we're building something, we're going back and forth with it. Some of you opted out of some sort of job or opportunity, and you said, I kind of want to do things my way. I want to start over here. I want to build something from the ground up because it meant something to you. Whatever this was, it didn't mean anything to you. Or you didn't like it. You didn't like its prospects or lack of prospects. Okay. Does that have something to do with that inner circle back here? You don't have to share. But you seem to be doing just fine. Doing your own thing. And working through it, working on it. All right. Some of you might have gone into business with friends, built something there. It started out small and personal, but you put yourself into it and it started to grow. It'd explain your sense of success there. Cool. Congratulations. It is nice when you go your own way. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. I'm actually saying that as this person. Could be straight up Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whom we connect to in future, and we're kind of excited about it. Things are happening, huh? Okay. Epiphany, comfort zone, south node, clinging. Some of you, by the way, Sag is your south node. Okay, in which case you want to do the opposite of that. It represents the comfort zone, but it's not exactly comfortable. It's just something we've always done. Okay, and we had to step outside of that, and many of you realized you were clinging to the old way of things. So you turned down offers, you had an epiphany or insight of what it is you could do on your own or build from the ground up, and you started seeing the principles of success attached to that. I see you connecting to someone soon who appreciates it, whether or not it's personal, professional, or a little bit of both. I honestly don't know. I just know you're excited to talk to them. But yeah, we stepped out of our comfort zone, and you realized you were clinging to the old way of things. Is that what happened here? I'm sorry, I keep coming back to that because that's a lot of, I can't deal with this and I don't want to. Did they not support your endeavor? Did they not support what you were trying to do? Did they not get it? They tried to talk you out of it? Told you, stick to the old ways, Sag? You know, what you're doing is just fine, or you're crazy to start out on your own. Was that it? Yeah. That's going to be the kind of feedback that's going to put anyone off their Ten of Cups if it was non-supportive, where it was supposed to be supportive, that its primary function. I'm just saying you don't have to make peace with everybody. You don't have to kiss and make up. You don't have to hold anybody's hand. What I am saying is that for you and your own kind of peace of mind, give yourself that sense of reasonable conclusion or sanity. I stepped away from them for a reason. They were non-supportive at a time in my life when I needed them to be supportive, and that's not my fault. And that way you don't feel pressured to keep ignoring the subject. Again, I'm about everything begins with the self. By all means, in the real world, if you're not in a space where you can talk to those folks yet, cool. I'm not going to press you with that. I just want you to make things easier for yourself. That's all. Otherwise, continue on with your journey, and good luck to you, yeah? Well done. That's what I say. Know you are loved. New moon in Libra. No matter what went down or the lack of support, you're still loved. Okay? You're still loved. Libra might be a strong placement in some of your charts. This could have been a progression since last Libra season, by the way. Okay. We have the letter U and just you. Just you. Some of you did go your own way. There's yours. One of your symbols, by the way. The arrow of Sag, Cupid's arrow. Yeah, I can't tell if in your future that King of Pentacles figure, if it's love, professional, or a little bit of both. I don't know, but you're excited all the same. Yeah, but some of you might be double, triple Sages as well. The point struck home, though. Cunning, the wolf. Cunning, like the wolf. Sharp, invested, instinct. Very good. Okay. We have two medallions here, that of Taurus and Scorpio. You might have Taurus and Scorpio in your chart. Their particular season might be important to you. You could be connecting to as well. I did see that earth sign. Keywords here being passionate and then incentive. Okay. Some of you had a lot of incentive and you're passionate about it. Okay. And then I know we have the envelope in reverse with a little heart on it. Lack of communication and what feels like lack of love from the people you needed it from. We've talked about that. I think we got our finger on that particular pulse. Okay? Like I said, I want you to put a little bit more thought into it for yourself. By all means, feel your feelings. Frustrated, angry, maybe even betrayed. The point is that you acknowledge those feelings. And that you're allowed to be angry or upset or disappointed. When the people you need the most in your life to support what the heck you're doing, they don't get it, they're not on board with it, and they even try to actively discourage you. It's not their path, it's yours. And so long as you can keep that in mind, the lack of the support at the end of the day isn't really going to matter. It's you that's living this path, okay? There you go. The results will speak for themselves in time. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on for Aries, please? Show me Aries. What's going on for Aries, please? Two of Cups, the Hanged Man, and Death. My. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Queen of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Chariot. That's a rough opening, guys. Not gonna lie. Okay, it's either yours or it's not. That's really all there is to it. Two of Cups, the Hanged Man, Death. This has already happened. Right now I'm looking at an Aries who's in contemplation phase. Okay, it's already happened. We have a loss of love here. Now, I don't know if it's romantic or intimate. Two of Cups is the sense of emotional harmony between two people. I acknowledge these feelings in you and you with me. And we've been giving a lot of perspective about some sort of emotional union since it ended. A lot of growth, a lot of perspective, a lot of transformation. Sometimes it feels like you're making no progress because sometimes the Hanged Man is stagnant. And there's other times you have glimpses and insight on what looks like a painful subject. But it's kind of like you're learning to let this feeling of love go. Understanding first and foremost what it meant to you and the loss and what it represents, what it means, what we learned from it. Okay, and it's not always easy. It's not always easy. Sometimes you learn about yourself. Sometimes you think about it from the other person's perspective, what they felt and why. But for the most part, I just see you processing. And it represents, yes, learning and growth, all those things, but coming to terms with the pain. You know? There's a lot going on in there, and it's been quite the process. Now, one of the things that you learned, Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Eight of Swords, is that we find ways to hold on when we don't mean to. And you're gaining insight on this, and it's not a lot, but it's something. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, that's a lot of red tape to cut through. That's a lot of red tape to cut through. There's a holding on pattern here, recognizing it, trying to be open to that and not shut it down, No, I'm not holding on. I've processed it. I've been processing it. Well, in this point of reflection or space of reflection, naturally you're going to hold on to some of this. I mean, that's the only way we can learn from it. We're not willing to part ways with it yet. It's people who insist on letting go and they haven't learned anything that cause a lot of damage to themselves and to others. So in this respect, how you've held on to this kind of makes sense. It's Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. You're learning. You're learning. Why did you hold on to this so long? It's because you've been learning about it for a long time. And it's changing you. It's changed how you feel about yourself, your perception of what happened and why. It's a rather sizable learning segment there. Okay? But yeah, you admit to yourself, I've found reasons to hold on. Part of my heart was still open to this. Part of me was hoping it wasn't fully over. Part of me was hoping that I still didn't have feelings, and we're acknowledging all that. These are very much back-to-back concepts. There's really not much space between them. Okay. I can definitely see, and I hope you do too, how one leads into the other. We're just not necessarily done with old feelings, even if there's an ending here right away. You held on to them for a reason. You see it. You don't deny it. You did at one point, but then you stopped doing that. But you get it now. You see it. And I know you do, because in the future you clearly make progress. Queen of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Chariot. Look at you. I mean, whatever this is, you learned a lot from it. But I see your heart being a lot more free in the future. It's open to beautiful things again. It's kind of back on point. Queen of Cups is so much bigger than all this. The Chariot's so much bigger than all this. Your heart moves on, powerfully so, but in a steady pace. Seven of Pentacles, okay? It's kind of like saying, yeah, I'm open to feeling again, giving and receiving love specifically. Thank you very much. And I'm doing a heck of a job of it. In fact, I'm moving forward now at a good, steady pace, which indicates to me, because your heart space is so beautifully open in future, powerfully moving on, in a much better position of feeling, yeah, you didn't just let this go, you successfully let this go. You successfully transformed from it. You understand your feelings at last. You understand how this whole situation changed you. You're going to be okay. That's a beautiful heart space to just be okay in. Some of you are big feelers. So, I like that. I really do. Where you're next headed, I don't know. I just know that when you're ready to move forward, you will. And you will be very ready. Your heart's all but overflowing, But yeah, that's tricky. That is absolutely tricky. It was not a simple process. There was a lot to learn in there. And it was a lot of painful growth. And it was a lot of painful perspective, too. Yeah, you held on to it. And it was hard to see that, but you recognized it. And you recognized why you held on to it. It was going back to this thing of I'm still learning and I'm still growing and I'm still recovering. These two segments were absolutely related. Okay. It was a whole transformative process. Okay, I promise. It all served a purpose even when it felt like it didn't. And I know you had those moments. This serves no purpose. Why am I doing this? No, it served a purpose. Just when you thought you had it done, you thought you had it figured out, you thought you had fully transformed, you're like, shit, there's something else I'm still holding on to. I know. But that just tells me you were thorough. You were being thorough. Okay? Let's get some advice, please, for Aries. Queen of Wands. There's that Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands. See, that's interesting. You have such a huge space for emotions, but you're still naturally fiery. You're still passionate. You're still ambitious. And some of you, Seven of Pentacles twice, you have stuff already pre-existing in your life that grows or it's just fine. You want to get back on track with that. Get back on track with its development. But look at that. Not once, but twice. I mean, you've got a whole world in there. You have a whole operating system in there. You have a whole way of life. You have natural energies attached to you, such as passion, ambition, and drive, as well as having a big, beautiful heart. I mean, I see you in full working order in future, just dedicated to a slower path. You know? It's kind of like think, calms down. Yes, I'm moving forward, but everything's calmed down. I'm good. I like where I'm at. Very appreciative of your growth in future. I like how you're back in working order. King of Swords, what's that? Well, that's up to you. It's not you. I just, I guess kind of know because you already given me a very strong energetic ID print, if you will. So that's not you. Yeah, someone's filled with regret. But it's a logical approach. A little too rational for me. There's a determination on someone's part to kind of reignite the flame. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. I'm not even see how you react to this. You may have no reaction towards it at all in real life. I don't know. So you get to choose. Tarot's the perfect choice, not the absence of it. Yes, I understand. Someone is very regretful, remorseful. From their point of view, a little Ace of Wands might fix it. A little Ace of Wands might do you good. Yeah, so you get to choose, you know, and it is of the past, and they're sad. A little rough around the edges, a little too rough on the approach, a little too logical. Well, this is how I'm going to go about this. It's because they feel bad, but I don't like how they're approaching you with the tools to fix it. It's probably to make themselves feel better, but it's too much logic, and maybe Ace of Wands should do it. I don't know. I'm not into it. But that's up to you. Just to let you know, when that happens, I don't know. I have no idea. I just know it wasn't you. And I see the sadness attached to somebody. I don't like their proposed tools for the job. Okay, look, man, I have nothing against the Ace of Wands. I really don't. I really don't. I have a lot of fire in my heart. I get it. You know, I like hope. I like energy. I like good sense of passion when it's directed and it's forward and it has purpose. But if someone's like, here's some energy, I hope that, you know, kiss the boo-boo. Here's some hope. Here's some passion, energy. I don't know. It seems like the wrong tool for the job. That's all I'm saying. That's more appropriate for like new, or I'm really, really enthusiastically trying. Maybe it's because they're trying to save face or they don't want to appear doubtful. I don't know. But it seems to me this needs to be approached with love. I don't care if someone is logic or rational. It's just, it seems to me love is what got hurt. Therefore, that would be the tool to fix it. Okay? So, anyway. Just FYI, letting you know it's there. When? Don't know. Yeah, I was already say the next sword sign is Gemini. That's further out in spring. That popped up as well as Pisces card. So clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini. First quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. And that's exactly where you are today. This is first quarter. Roughly, we're in that timeline now. Okay, so just honor your feelings. What you're feeling is real and valid. And the pain is going to take several different layers of shapes and forms. And there's a reason why you've held on to this. You had a lot to discover. Okay, so that also tells me one of the points I like to make all the time with people. When you're healing from something, are you doing it on your own? Or was someone in there helping? Because it looks to me like you're doing this on your own. And that's one of the reasons why it's taking so long. And why you've had to hold on to every single piece of information or feeling is because you're having to learn things the hard way. So, okay. So yeah, it seems like that's the wrong tool for the job, especially if you've been on your own this whole time. Is separation. Yeah, in that space of separation. Yeah, it answered my question. You're definitely doing it on your own. Spiritual awakening, many of you've had. There's an important conversation coming up. And how much work have you done on your own? You get to choose if you want to participate in that important conversation. Okay. Yeah, this would explain why it took so long and why it was so intense. We're undergoing a spiritual awakening. This was more than just quote-unquote getting over it. We have the letters X, Q. We have the medallions of Taurus, Virgo, as well as Capricorn. All Earth. All Earth. Could have been connecting to an Earth sign. You might have some very strong Earth in your chart. We have the peacock in reverse. Your feathers are not open to display. We're not trying to attract right now. That kind of thing. And then we have the jellyfish in reverse. The feelings aren't extending deeply enough. Yeah, I think that speaks for itself. Okay. There's any. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aquarius, please. What's going on? What's going on, please, for Aquarius? Ooh. What's going on? Two of Swords, Four of Wands, King of Pentacles. The High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Swords. The Star, you, Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. I have you straight away questioning a relationship. Is this right for me? King of Pentacles. Now, relationship isn't necessarily marriage. It's how two people define it, literally how they build into it, therefore label it. Okay. The Two of Swords. There's some question around this. There's some confusion here about this relationship. Is it worthy of me? Is it worthy of my investment? Right? Is this a practical relationship? Is it stable? Can I provide my best resources and sense of responsibility to it, and can it give the same to me? So something like that. We're questioning it. Thing is, we don't seem to have an answer because the thoughts get a little more intense, a little further out. The High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords, the more we kind of leave this question of, is this relationship good for me, up in the air, as you can imagine, our worries actually increase. And we're at that point now where we can't listen to ourselves, the High Priestess. The intuitive process, which should be natural, it's more of a feeling or a flow as opposed to a direct line of thought. And here we have the intuitive process that stretched out over time. We understand we're listening to ourselves less and less. The fears of the mind are completely taking over. So if there was an answer in here, we're not able to hear it. Okay. So what is it that you need to help fill in this dialogue to make you feel more secure or understand if this is even a secure relationship? What are we missing here? Okay, because I'll just keep going in this, or, I'll just keep giving myself into this, or keep investing in this, isn't working. If anything, it's just made you increasingly anxious and doubting yourself and questioning yourself, and that is anti-self-worth. Okay? Now, this might be a relationship that's perfectly good for you, but you have a lot of misgivings, and they've just increased over time. Okay? Or it's a relationship that's proving to be, or not living up to, the principles of self-worth and good investment. And we can't really bring ourselves to fully confront ourselves on this thought. And so the anxiety goes up. What's going on? The Star, that's you. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. You're showing high levels of resistance in future about putting more of yourself into this. So here it's like the energies are reaching climax of frustration. It looks like you're still in it, but you're resisting giving all of yourself to it, or the best of your time, energy, and effort specifically. Simultaneously, I see you resisting this idea of a new beginning, too. So it's kind of like, I don't want to give the best of myself to this situation anymore, or you find it very hard to do so, but you can't quite see yourself in a new beginning yet. Let's get some advice for you, please. This one's frustrating, right? Because we really want tarot to help clear things up for us. But you are missing a very important answer here. Back here when you had misgivings. Why is it, what caused it to begin with? Where'd that question come from? Where'd the concern come from to begin with? And then why did we keep investing in it despite the fact we weren't quite sure? Let me start there. It's not an accusation, don't take it as one. It's to help get the thought process going. Okay? Because right now, or will be soon, we can't hear ourselves, and then the truth of our thoughts, they're getting buried under anxiety. All right? It's, in other words, very, very hard to listen to ourselves or have a clear mind on this subject now. Or will be. Now, I don't want that for you. It's here. And I want you to be in what looks like a safe and secure relationship where you can honestly say, here's you, the star, that's your power card. You are giving the best of yourself without hesitation. Or you can throw yourself into a new beginning without hesitation. Okay. That's where I want you to be. Two of Wands. Two of Swords. There it is again in the Page of Pentacles. We question the investment, and we have been for a long time. For a long time. But we're kind of like, I don't know the answer. But we kept giving to it. How long have we been questioning this relationship, but we've been given to it? It doesn't seem to receive the best of you, but it doesn't necessarily receive the worst of you either. So that tells me you're probably not getting the best or the worst from it either. But the doubts just become increasingly substantial the more time passes. I mean, that's still a bunch of I don't know. I don't mean to be that person, but I'm going to go ahead and say, tell me how you really feel about this. You know, I don't want you to be in that position in future where you're still saying, I don't know, because at some point, that's not going to be mad at me or mad at the cards or mad at the other person. It's going to be mad at you because we still don't have an answer. I don't want you to experience that. I want you to know what you're doing with absolute conviction. Okay? That we fully embrace this. And we can honestly say we're giving the best of ourselves to it, and we're receiving it too. Again, self-worth here. Or you're not. So how do we really feel about this? I see what happened. I think I see what happened here. Knight of Wands, Three Pentacles. In the beginning, as these things do, you said we started as friends. We got a lot of things in common. It made us feel relatively secure at the beginning. And a lot of relationships start as friendship first. But perhaps that's how you two connected, was over a feeling of mutual friendship. And we're like, we're going to give it some time, Three of Wands. And with some natural enthusiasm, maybe some passion, we're going to take this investment and continue to build into it, see where it goes. And we've kind of had that attitude and our energy ever since. It might be that it started out as friendship and actually stayed there. But you both built into it in terms of expectation as a relationship. So that's why I'm not necessarily seeing your worst, and I'm not necessarily seeing your best on either side of the fence. Okay? Because you still have a core friendship with this person. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally am right there with you. It's ideal if we can start it as friends first. But then in terms of that structure and what we're putting into it, did it just feel safe after a while? Were we hoping that feeling would grow with this over time? You know? Or did it just feel good that you had a lot of things in common with someone else? Again, that sense of initial security. Because now you're showing me partnership, relationship, security issues. Okay, so it might be that this started out as a friendship thing, but perhaps it actually stayed there, at least at the intimate value. Emotional value. Something to think about. I'm not really telling you, I'm asking you to tell me. Seven of Wands. But there was always... There's always a boundary in place, though. A wall in place that never really allowed it to accelerate into a place of emotional development. The physical kept building. The 3D kept building. You understand? But the intimate side didn't. A little bit of passion at first, sure, that's normal. But no, there's always this wall there. And that's where the seed of doubt came from. How come I can't really emotionally connect to this? Give it more time. Give it more investment. It'll catch up. And that does happen. It does. Is that what I'm saying here today? You would know. It's either your reading or it's not. And if it's not, I hope you had the good sense to check out your other placements, you know? Because this, I either want you to stand up for a new beginning. No, here's the bullshit. No bullshit. New beginning. Or this is you and the best of you. Okay? But this compromising middle ground, that's no good. And it's not really compromising, is it? It keeps you up at night. The frustration. Sensing and feeling that there should be more in this, and there isn't. Well, you're not wrong. Okay. Keep your heart open, first quarter moon in Libra. And by that I mean listen to your feeling. Try to keep yourself open to the truth. Talk less, feel more. That's what I'm saying. They're both indication of feeling more. Keep your heart open, feel more. Oh, I remember what I said. How do you really feel about this? Yeah, that's what they're saying too. It's in there. The truth of you's in there. Is your heart in this? Is their heart in this? Last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. That's an indication of now. And the first quarter moon in Libra, like I said, keep your heart open. You might have Pisces, Libra in your chart or could be connecting too. All right. Just a quick check-in on you. Self-care, energy. Oh no, self-worth is what we're talking about. Did this, shot in the dark, did this thing start out as they just need a little help? They just need a little someone in their life to build them up consistently, and I speak to that. I understand that, and you did. I was curious about that. It kind of hit. Truth, expression, generous offer. There's that Ace of Pentacles again. Truth, the expression, the offer. What do you really think about it? What do you really feel about it? Is this your best? Are you getting the best? Okay. I really don't think this has to do with a career move. I really don't. We have letters B, W. We have the arrow of Sag. Sag season might have been important. And then, Sag energy, you might have Sag in your chart. We also have the medallion here of Scorpio as well as Gemini. You could have either of these placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or one from other seasons might be important to you. The unicorn in reverse, yeah, it doesn't feel very magical, does it? Doesn't feel very unique. I know. Something to think about. Is there magic in this? And by magic, I mean, ideal love. I don't mean romantic love or idealistic. I just mean ideal love. Anyway, Aquarius, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. What's going on? Show me. Gemini. Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. I'm getting really tired of saying that Eight of Swords. I tell you what, it keeps popping up like a dirty penny. Yeah. Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Emperor. The Hermit, the Magician, Page of Wands. Well, that's good. It's nice seeing that level of resolve. There is. It's nice. There is someone else here, just FYI. There's clearly a lot of energy on this board today. I think you can see that for yourself. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting tired of seeing the Eight of Swords. It's a lot of confusion going around these days, like a virus or a bug. Eight of Swords, I don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it. And that doesn't stand for long. And thankfully for the Gemini I'm looking at, you understand and appreciate this. Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Right now you're showing me there are walls around your heart, but you don't necessarily understand why. You feel the need to protect yourself. So you're showing me you typically have a soft heart. Queen of Cups, you know, the willingness to give and receive, a little bit more on the side of emotionally generous. And you're like, that's a problem for me right now. I don't want to display that. Seven of Wands. So you understand that your guard is up. You understand you have walls up, but the Eight of Swords suggests you don't really understand why. Where's that defensiveness coming from? Okay. Eventually, we're going to get some answers for that, which is the good news. Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Emperor. Well, there enters the second energy, and then I see these two people talking. The energy exchange looks good. It does. Okay. It looks fair. I have two people here listening to each other. Now, I don't know who this is. I do know by the end of this dialogue, there is a sense of empowerment, feeling corrected, feeling like we're back on course. Okay? So I don't know this is necessarily romantic. It could be a helper person, such as a friend or a family member, but someone who helps us see ourselves in a different way and helps correct our energy and correct our perception of self. Turns out we are very empowered. We just lost sight of it. Because right now you're showing me my heart feels easily wounded, and I don't know why. I'm just guarded. Some of you lean in towards emotional generosity. Typically, you're used to having a softer heart or more receptive heart, but you can't put your finger on why you've been so guarded lately. Okay, I have someone here who's going to help you with this. Oh, goodness me, Cinnamon does make a dramatic entrance. The Hermit, the Magician, and the Page of Wands. There you go. There you go. It's like now that we've picked up the ball, we're rolling with this. So now you feel a lot more comfortable manifesting pathway correctness, manifesting good healing. So I don't know what this influence was, but it was the influence you needed at the right time. It kind of helped get you out of this space of being overly protective without really understanding why your heart. Now, don't get me wrong. You should always have standards surrounding your heart. You should always have boundaries. Absolutely. Thing is, you've had them up almost like full time or 100% of the time, and you don't really know why. It's kind of like your interactions might look these days. Gemini, you feel a little out of touch these days. Or what's going on? We don't seem to get much reaction out of you anymore. Or you seem to have a guarded face or a guarded smile. Guarded expressions. That's what I mean. You're not really certain. But I don't know. Someone helps pull you out of that space. And like I said, once the ball gets rolling, you kind of pick it up and run with it. The Hermit, the Magician, Page of Wands. It's beautiful. You really take off with the idea of healing. You needed a little bit of empowerment here. And a little bit of empowerment can go a long way. So I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. But like I said, it was the right influence at the right time. It looks like many of you will know soon. Okay? Once more, it may not be a romantic, but they definitely look like what you might call a confidence booster. Could be a fire sign, but that one definitely looks like a confidence booster, I must say. But it's what you needed. Look at that. You're feeling very correct, back on track, wised up, experienced, and that sense of, oh, I got this. I'm healing. I'm fine. I'm doing just fine. I'm on the path, man. I'm on the path. This is what it's like, you know? So you come across as wise and knowing right there towards the end. It's like, oh, I was healing. I needed so-and-so reminded me of that, you know? So that's what those old so-and-sos are for. But man, they're a morale booster, whoever that is. Man, it gets that confidence back in working order. I love it. A little bit of empowerment can go a long way. I strongly suspect you're used to being in the role of emperor, but man, once your heart's a little affected, some of you feel overly sensitive and you feel the need to guard yourself, to protect yourself. Otherwise, I think you're someone who's much more used to acting in the vein of the emperor. I do. All right. Let's get some advice, please. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is the kind of work you needed. I got somebody here who very much stands up in their own right and in their own way. As an individual, they kind of have a fiery disposition, very confident. This is a connection that helps you kind of, again, remember who you are. This is someone we connect to. We've always held on to this person's energy, but not in a bad way, not in a threatening way. But they always kind of hold or serve a purpose in your life. You two go way back. So very strong support system there. We're soul bonded to this person. We know who they are. It's not a mystery person. They kind of have that cheerleader attitude, you know? Yeah, they're going to put you back in a good frame of mind or help get you there. So this is a good influence. We want this influence. Nice, lovely, positive influence. Okay? That's cool. King of Cups. The Moon. That's what I'm saying, Death. That's what I'm saying. You're going to go through this process rapidly. It's going to finish up soon. Oh, good. Yeah, some of you got some strong water in your chart, particularly Scorpio, Pisces, and I'm seeing that sensitive pulse in you. Otherwise, you identify as being empowered and strong-willed and being on top of shit. So you have someone here who's going to remind you of that. But yeah, no, it's something that you've been working through that affected your heart, but it was hard for you to understand perhaps what that was exactly and why did it affect you so deeply and for so long. Good news is that's being wrapped up. Look at that. Okay? There's Death. Transforming the illusion and the moon water stuff, our secrets, and we're going to get that heart space back in order. Okay? It's going to be all right. It was an experience that transformed you, but perhaps you didn't realize how deeply it affected you and how long your guard has been up. But that should be wrapping up soon. Okay, so good news to report there. All right, I gotta say, I'm really tired of that Eight of Swords. But for you, though, that's reaching a conclusion. That's good. You will have that insight you need soon enough. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind, which I know is easier said than done, and that's the kind of advice that can make people pull their hair out. It's like, leave the past behind. Oh, thanks, Chief. Why didn't I think of that? Sarcasm. Why didn't I think about that 2 years ago? It could have saved me a whole trip of confusion and emotional guardedness that was unnecessary and made me very uncomfortable for a long period of time, including other people. Thanks. Why didn't I think of that? Doesn't that just piss you off? But, you know, it's reasonable, though. Leave the past behind. So there was something here in the past that we've been holding on to, but it might have gone into a place of, I didn't realize. Or we've been struggling to let it go for years, and we thought we made progress, but we couldn't figure out why our heart space was still guarded. You know? You might have done the bulk, but it might just now be finishing up. That's a lot of lingering. That's a lot of lingering, but it's okay. We're in the end stages of this, yeah? Some of you might have some Capricorn in your chart. Some of you guys might have started to feel or become, I don't know, a little bit more aware of this unconscious activity since the last Capricorn season. Purpose, cosmic purpose. Some of you, Gemini, is your North Node, by the way. Ask yourself, what is your cosmic purpose? Regardless, know your North Node always, because that's going to give you that sense of direction and what we should be aiming towards. What is your cosmic purpose, you know? In this life, what are we meant to do? Some of you have been questioning that very deeply. And where has this taken you? And what's the purpose of it since last fall or this upcoming fall? Might represent the finalization purpose. Counsel and therapy. Is that what that person is? Do they represent good counsel, good therapy, good friendship, the kind of person that you can openly talk to? That's all this is. For some of you, absolutely. You know, some good, simple advice. Just open up to someone. It can work miracles. You know, the simplest of conversations or dialogue. Someone that you know you can talk to properly, like that soul bond support system. Cool. We have the letters O, I, M. We have the medallion of Capricorn. Again, keyword here being ambitious. Some of you might have some strong Cap in your chart. Could be connecting to, or their season might be important. We have the owl in reverse and upside down. There's something here we're just not seeing. It's not that you're not smart. Of course you're smart. You're Gemini. Of course you're freaking smart. But even Gemini needs help. Sometimes you just need things pointed out to you, and then you take that and you run with it. But yeah, it just feels like we've had no insight in the situation that's vague and hard to pinpoint. You're going to get it. You're so close to being done. All right, Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. There we go. What's going on? Show me. Libra. What's going on? Show me Libra, please. What's going on for Libra? Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Devil. What? I see. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Hermit. Okay. Wait, we're getting to it. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Gosh, you're showing me an absolute devilish grip back here on something that represents 3D. In fact, most of this represents 3D. We have a very strong attachment to our foundation. It's like, I'm not letting this go. You can't make me let this go. You'll have to pry my cold, dead fingers off of this foundation. No. Mine, double mine, and double fuck you. I'm not parting ways with my foundation. It's like that grip is crazy. This one, right away. A, yours. B, not yours. That's it. Okay. Now look, I'm protective of my foundation too, but that's not protective. That's possessiveness. Something about your foundation feels like it's under threat. Something. I don't know. I hope not. But the Four of Pentacles next to the Devil, those are like the worst neighbors that love to live next to each other. They shouldn't be. We want them separated. Oh, but they're the happiest of neighbors. Oh, Four of Pentacles and Devil, they get on real well. So that is patternized, fearful attachment. Okay, very strong. But it's the foundation. I hear you. I'm not saying it's not without rhyme or reason. The foundation is the foundation is the foundation. A lot of work goes into that. A sense of stability goes into that. Income, connection, resources, people, life, community. It's all in there. Your work, everything. It's all in there. Okay? So I can see why, people get defensive of their foundations. Like, this is my whole way of life. I have built into this. Okay. Nothing but the devil could make me part ways with it. And right now, the devil's on my side. So good luck. Right? So, what's up? Now, Five of Pentacles. And do you know what's weird is that the energy changes like on a dime. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Hermit. It's better I let this go. What the Libra, what happened? Like, how much space are we talking about between these two concepts? You couldn't pay me to let this go. Nothing in the world could it's best I walk away. Yeah, it is. Now look, I'm all for healthy conclusions. I'm all for doing what's right. I mean, that's what's here. You're saying the Hermit. There's nothing to argue about. It's best if I walk away. If I walk away from this or part ways from it, it's good. It's good for me. Where the hell did that come from? So how long were we back here rocking this energy versus this one? I'm assuming there is a time gap in between these two concepts because it seems like we spent a lifetime being protective of this, anchored to it. You know, you can go ahead and give me a root canal. I'm just going to grow the root back because that's how stubborn I am. It's better I go. I want to get out of here. Okay. Now, look, I don't know what happened. I really don't. I don't know what changed the energy for you. I am deeply curious. Perhaps they will show me an advice. But Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Hermit, it's literally like saying, this ain't so good. It's broken anyway. What the hell was I so defensive about? What was I even holding on? There's cracks in this foundation. The repairs are no good. I don't trust anybody to do the work. Oh, hell, just get away from it. Eight of Cups, the Hermit. It's what's best for me anyway. I mean, as you see the wild, it's making me laugh a little bit because you can kind of see the intensity of scale. Like, Now, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the Queen of Cups. And when you look back on it, you're like, I don't even want to give this a 3. Like, we went from 10 to a 5 to a Bitch, you'll be lucky to get a 3 of Pentacles from me. What are you talking about? Because now you're looking back over your shoulder in future and you're like, I don't even want to cooperate with this. And not only that, you don't want anything to do with it emotionally either. You're showing me you couldn't get me to love this again if you tried. Put your heart into it specifically. So I get this piece makes sense. There's something here about the poor attachment. Perhaps you felt chained to this, but that doesn't mean you loved it. Obligated to this, but again, it doesn't mean your heart was in it. I don't know. But there's a strong sense this is mine. It will always be mine. To, you know what, it wasn't that great. Honestly, it wasn't that great. I don't know why I was so upset. To someone's asking you to cooperate in future about the very foundation you left behind, you're like, excuse me? I mean, it's coming across like that. Queen of Cups, the 10 of Wands. It's almost a laughable concept if you weren't pissed off. Like, why are you asking me? Because someone's asking you to cooperate in some way about the very foundation. Once more, you said, no, that's not for me anymore. It used to be, but it's not anymore. It hasn't been for me in a long time, honey. Okay, get the news. Get on the internet, check it out. Okay, I left that, and then yeah, someone's asking you to cooperate, give something to it, time, energy, and effort. 3 of Pentacles, maybe even start over, and you're like, no. Like I said, you would be laughing if you weren't pissed off by it. Like seriously, and you're like, no, you can't. It'll be a cold day in hell. So it's like. It's weird. Your version of hell changed a couple of times. And I'm saying that loosely just because the devil's here and the frustration and everything that built up around it. Your version of hell went from my idea of hell is to leave this foundation to now my idea of hell in the future is that I give it any attention at all. So that's interesting. Okay, what the heck? I'm not gonna lie. I had some technical difficulties this morning. I got set back on that freaking audio cables. They're so temperamental. They break down so easy. I'm not going to lie. I had frustrating moments today, Libra. But yours, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of was like the extra caffeine I needed. I don't know. It just kind of woke me up today. It kind of just woke me up. So what the heck happened here? Now, I agree with you. I'm never going to dispute something like this. Five of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, the Hermit. You understand inherently it's best if you walk away from this. It's no good for you. You're not even that big of a fan of this. You know it. Later. You're saying you're not anchored to it emotionally if you ever really were. I'm all for that because it suggests you know what's right for you with the Hermit there. But what helped you change that? What helped you change the focus, the lens? How did you see the other side of this coin? Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. Oh, you had other opportunities. Well, that'll do it. When you have something to compare it to, I suppose okay, that was incredibly straightforward. At some point between this death grip and you walking away from it, you actually see something here that represents a way of life as well as love, apparently. I guess it comes your way. And you're like, there's a brand new opportunity for me, and it doesn't make me feel like shit. It doesn't make me feel like I'm desperately in need to keep in possession of it. It's inspiration to change. You know what's weird is that I always advise against stuff like this. People have the mentality. I don't ever actually see it. Do you understand how weird this is to me? People have that mentality. If I just had new, I'll change my whole way of life. When people get confronted with new, they usually get the hell away from it because new is scary unless you've earned your way towards it, you understand it's right for you, you heal towards it. But very rarely does it just drop in our laps. And something here gives you another point of view that says, what I had here is not worth dying for. Never mind having a death grip on it. It's like, do I have my foundation or does my foundation have me? I don't even particularly care for it if I'm being honest with myself. And something here that represents itself as new, not once but twice, okay, gives you that point of reflection that your heart should be in an opportunity, right? Because you did show me an absence of heart here, and when something asks you to turn backwards and give it something every time, energy, and effort, frankly, you're pissed off that it even asked you. Okay. That was very blunt. I guess those new aces made a heck of an impact on you. Wow. You know, because, yeah, most people, like, they have that mentality. So I call it rescue mentality. If I just had aces, I'll change my life. If I had new love, I'd be a better person. If I had a new opportunity, I'd feel so much better. And then, you know, no. Usually those new opportunities are what we make of them for ourselves. So you actually have something here that crosses your timeline a couple of times that makes you think, oh, not only would new be good for me, it makes me realize what I've been in isn't so good. Because I agree there's an absence of heart in there. That I don't dispute. Okay. Five of Cups, Five of Wands, a lot of discord in there. A lot of emotional restlessness, unhappiness. So we were holding on to this, but it seems like out of that possessive quality of, well, I'm part of it. Okay. All right. I won't pursue it further. I can also see where at some point you resist very much putting any of your effort into the past. That's there as well. But that's further out. Clearly, after you moved on, walked away from this, and you're engaging with new, it's like, Libra, come back and give us some Three of Pentacles. You're like, hell no. Not just no, hell no. It's, okay. I'm all for it. I just, when I see things that happen that miraculously, I'm like, okay, what happened? And, you know, that's amazing. Okay. Important conversation. Oh, I should say. Important conversation. Meaningful coincidences. There's important things are adding up through conversation. You're noticing it. Meaningful coincidences. Some of you are getting hints and clues that this is coming forward. It seems to be a matter of time, you know. But conversations about new, and you can't help but notice your outer world is reflecting that. Karmic partner. This could be work partner. It doesn't feel intimate at all, but yes, of course, karmic partner. This is a lesson we need to learn. And once we learned it, we're in the position to release and purge and surrender to this. So the more we understand karmic just means we need to fulfill our debt to it. And then once it's done, it's on us to recognize it and call it quits. We continue to engage in it. So perhaps many of you can think of this as contract fulfilled, and the universe goes out of its way to point that out to you by giving you something to reflect upon. It shows up as the form of new. I don't know how much of the microwave or falling in your lap method that comes your way. Part of it might be the opportunities you started opening up towards, and then they actually happen. Some could be that they just cross your path. Know your worth, always. New moon and Taurus. Some of you have some very strong Taurus in your chart, or upcoming Taurus season could be muy important. But always know your worth. And something about this, while it might have been prosperous and it might have anchored you, it might have even been stability in terms of 3D. That doesn't mean it was worthy of you. A lot of people confuse material success with happiness. Clearly we know that's not the case. Or we should know by now. Okay. All right, here we have the medallion of Capricorn. Some of you, yeah, that is here. Some of you might have some very strong Capricorn in your chart. It could have been that you were connecting to. That could have been the karmic partner. Their season might have been important. We have the letter M, as in mother. We have palm hand. We need to remember our spirituality, because we are spiritual beings too. Okay? And then we have the dolphin, the sense of freedom. This is the individual dolphin, the sense of playfulness, individuation, being able to swim with the waters effectively, fluidly, going with the flow of life, but lighter, easier, happier. Okay. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me. Taurus, what is going on for Taurus, please? What's going on? Oh. Two of Pentacles. Six of Cups. And the Three of Wands. Well, I mean, you know, it's a choice, just so long as you know you're choosing it, okay? And make sure that when you choose that, you know it's worth it. But we'll get to that. Justice, the Hierophant, that's you. All right, Knight of Cups. All right, now you're doing something. Yeah, that's why they pay me the big bucks, honey, because I get to tell people, did you know you're doing something? Because you are. King of Swords. Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups. I like it. We'll take it. You know what? Good on you. You know me, honey. You've been around the channel. You know my thoughts on the Two of Pentacles. Okay, if there's anyone who can handle it, it's going to be you. You know, how long you use that energy, well, that's up to Taurus. You're not exactly known for being rushed. But you're most likely to handle it pretty well. The Three of Wands, though, typically no one handles well. And I was like, oh no, what are we going to do with this one, Taurus? Uh-oh. And you're like, just chill. All right, I'm going to do something with it. Two of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and then the Three of Wands. So going back a little spiel. Two of Pentacles, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I got a soul bond here. We're talking about a soul bond today, right? Six of Cups. Now, whatever that is to you. Typically, it represents someone of the past, but we are intimately connected with through our emotions in some way. And I should say intimate doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate person. I mean the intimate emotional exchange that is very unique between these two people. It's mostly felt largely unspoken. Okay, so that's it. That's that soul bond stuff. Now, the Three of Wands suggests I should do something with this connection. I don't know what. We're going to shelve that. Three of Wands. So that's the idea. We're waiting. We're waiting on ourselves here. Maybe there was a period where you're waiting on this connection to show itself in some way. I don't know. But the idea here is just wait. Give it space. Give it time. Eventually things will fall into place. But mostly I see it as I don't know what to do with it because there's that Two of Pentacles that you're having. What should I do with this? This? That? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't know what to do with it. So just shelve it, like we said. So like I tell people all the time, if you're going to wait, you need to know that there's something here worth waiting for. And according to you, yeah, the answer was worth waiting for because you found one and you're acting on it. And I dig it. I love it. Everybody wins, like I said. You, above all, though. Justice, the Hierophant, that's you, and the Knights of Cups. Balance. That's the name of the game here. Balance against what? You. This is something, the Taurus I'm looking at, you feel you need to do. Okay? We're talking, like I said, spiritual balance. Very high levels of it. That sense of correctness. What is right for me? And if I can't stand behind it, then I probably shouldn't do it. Correct. So that Hierophant here, as we know, or should know, about your power energy or power structure, is that you're all about yes or no. Either way, you want to be able to stand behind it. So that's what I said. The Two of Pentacles for you, you can actually accommodate that pretty well. Because once you make up your mind, famously, you'll do that thing. So for you, you're showing me, well, spiritually, I made up my mind. And what is that? Expression. Okay? Knight of Cups specifically. That's a softness. That's vulnerability. The expression of one's feelings. Beautiful. Lovely. And you're saying, it's what's right for me. And I stand behind it. So long as that's true for you and that's your truth and you embrace it, cool. I see no qualm. I see no contradiction in your energy. Therefore, green means go. Okay? I'm glad. Because, you know, I can see people, I want to do something with it, but I don't know what. So we're just going to hold on to that. And they do nothing with it. You actually did, to your full credit. You got it. To your full credit. Good job. It's great, you know? Now, what that is really is just you expressing yourself in a way that's beautiful and natural. And it feels correct to you. Then we actually see it in 3D. King of Swords, Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups. We're determined. The determination to open up to this is beautiful. Specifically to open up to this from the heart. Which you showed me once at the spiritual level, and then you're showing me in making it real through communication and thought and action. and standing behind it once more. So it's really just saying the same thing twice. But, you know, as is Taurus's way, you need double confirmation. So I guess you needed to hear it once, and then there it is twice. And it looks like you're getting a response because your focus, your determination to stay there is quite high. So there it is. It's beautiful. I love it. It suits you, and you can embrace the action, and you can embrace the feeling, which means it's correct. Okay? And clearly you're getting a response because you're like, I'm going to stay right there. It feels good. And that's what's up. I love it. Yours is very simple. The opening was like, oh no, where are we going with that? Because, honey, I can't begin to tell you. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Oh my goodness. People can get lost to that combination. We're just going to wait and wait and wait and wait. Then we're going to pretend like we're not waiting. Okay. There you go. And people usually get the results they set themselves up for. But you're like, oh, I'm going to do something with it. It's going to take me a minute. You know, don't put me on the calendar. I'm just saying. I'm going to get to it. And so you did. I love it. I love it. But what I like is that you're here representing yourself, and you can stand behind your feeling. Literally stand behind your feeling. So that's good news. Like I said, there's no contradiction. But it's like, I like how when you open up to this, you're like, you can't stop. And I love it. I love it. And I don't want you to. It clearly suits you, and you're clearly getting a response because that laser focus is really real. All right, let's get some advice. Not that I think you need it. Actually, I think you got it. Smart ass. The world. It's coming to a close soon. Oh, look at that, you smart ass. Look at that, the world of the 2 of Pentacles. She's like, I'm finishing up. Okay, details. All right. I needed things in place. I had to figure it out. It's coming to a close. You're like, I'm almost done doing my thing. That's hilarious. You really crack me up sometimes. I tell you that all the time because it's true. It's true. Taurus must be Taurus, and it shows in your readings more often than not. Taurus got to be Taurus. Okay? All right. Yeah, that's coming to a close soon. So, okay. I get it. We grew into this. Well, that's good. That suggests you're very acquainted with the feeling and what it is you got to do and what's correct for you. Good. That means you can trust it. It's a stable emotion. It's a stable thought. It's a stable action. Cool. All right. Anything else in there, please? You got it. It's you. Some of you might be double, triple Taurus. Oh, okay. What? I like being Taurus. Yes, I would imagine. But I like it. The ownership of self for you is really, really high. And then for some of you, your upcoming season might be very important too. All right. Rebirth since last winter. Transformative. Okay. Might have had an awakening over last winter, this upcoming winter, but I'm feeling this one that if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, respectively, that you're in, might have been transformative. Okay? A rebirth there. Seeing things differently. Oh, rejection, loss, life-changing decision. Fragmented. So for some of you, you're coming from a space of a life-changing decision or what represents a life-changing decision. The idea of I'm tired of rejecting myself, some sort of division in the self, loss, or some sense of fragmentation that you had to change, a transformation. And this is a decision, yes. There's things that we can say no to, and there's things we have to learn the hard way that we want to say yes to. The point is that full respect to you, you took the time out to figure it out. And you can honestly say the back and forth process for you is validated. It was real. It was warranted. And people will tell me, oh, I'm waiting, or, I'm going to go slow, and they never actually do anything, and it's never really valid. Yours actually legitimately was. It was a life-changing decision, so good on you. All right. Anything else in here, please? Almost. Take inspired action. Full moon in Virgo. So you might have some very interesting Virgo in your chart, but there's a sense of inspired action here. Okay, figuring things out, the mechanics of it. Some of it's partly inspired. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture you did that was part of that life-changing energy for some of you. And then unleash your kindest self. First quarter moon in Capricorn. Something very earthy. Lots of earth in there. Touch of Sag for some of you. Unleash your kindest self. In other words, be kind to yourself. Okay? Honor your inclination, your sense of self, and everything that you've learned and feels correct for you. Okay? Cool. Love it. Excuse me. We have the letters D, E, F, the music note. I've seen that for you a couple times in these past few readings. Some of you are deeply connected through music, and that's how you feel your feelings, or you get that sense of self, or that's how you clarify your thoughts, or your meditation practices. It's all good. Keep on keeping on. And then we have the owl, the sense of wisdom, eyes open, observant, something like that. Okay? All right, Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care, and good luck to you. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? Yeah. Death, Page of Cups, the Fool. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it, but it's going to hit like a punch for some of you. But yeah, I mean, Ten of Wands, the Knights of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay, there you go. The Chariot, the Moon, and the Hermit. That's you. Okay. There is something here that says, I will not open my heart in that direction ever again. There's a lot of punch on that. There's a sense of I'd be a fool to try to open my heart in that direction, even just a little bit. Page of Cups. You're like, my days of being that Virgo who take a chance in that situation emotionally, over. No. There's something here you won't open up towards anymore, and that's fine. You seem to view it as foolish. And if that's the case, then that's probably true. There's the difference between the Fool positive and the Fool negative. The Fool positive suggests, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Don't try and stop me. I gotta be me. I gotta go. It's just a feeling, and you'd be a fool not to try to act on it. It's just a calling. Gotta do it. And then there's Foolish. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna anyway. And that's usually foolish, and that's what you're saying. You can't identify with that anymore. Giving your heart away or putting your heart on the line towards something, situation, circumstance, person, I don't know. So it may not be romantic. It's just saying, I'm done trying over there. I won't do it. I won't get shot in the foot again. I won't get shot in the heart again, however you want to put it. You know, I'm not going back and setting another foot in that office. Something. Like, I'm done trying. Okay. Ten of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Empress. Insistence. There's some anger in there. There's some frustration on your part. It's not going to be easy. It's asking you to completely change your direction. And you're like, I'm doing it anyway. So it's making me chuckle a little bit because you're showing me your sheer force of will, persistence, tenacity. And that's okay. Sometimes we have to roughly change direction. I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm not saying be mean to yourself. Please don't. Please be kind. Please be kind to yourself. This was already a large admission as it was. Okay. That means something here was hurting you to try to keep yourself open or exposed to it. I don't care if you've been doing it for 10 years or 10 days. It said you can't do it anymore. Okay? I really don't know. That's extremely open-ended. That could apply to so many things. But over here, it's like that's a rough redirect of energies. Going in this direction, Virgo. And you know what that direction is? It's good. It's the Empress. That's you. I could say to someone else, it's not. It's you. Really unfolding to your highest self and empowerment. Okay. Gosh, personal sense of productivity, what you're capable of, producing, like I said, being generous of one's time, energy, and effort, and resources, and love, so long as you understand it's being given back to you. Okay? But it's like I'm going to be a good steward of myself. I'm going to head in this direction. So it starts out a little rough, and you have to redirect yourself often and say, don't go back over there. You stay over here. Go this way. That tells me you weren't anticipating to redirect your efforts from this until very recently you made the final decision. So every now and again, sometimes you catch yourself trying to go back into an old pathway that's clearly familiar to you, and you won't allow it. Okay? So you keep on keeping on. You'll develop back into that space of the Empress, and this is what's right for me, and it's empowerment. And with empowerment comes a sense of responsibility. And guess what? Sometimes, everybody, responsibility sucks. It's the difference between knowing to brush your teeth and making yourself do it every damn day. Right? It's the difference between I know I should eat my fruits and veggies and actually making yourself do it. That's the kind of responsibility I'm looking at. But the more you exercise it and say this direction, this direction, this direction, the stronger it makes you. So I know it's correct. Even if at first it sucks to be that level of responsible, but you'll be glad you did in the end. Okay? The Chariot, the Moon, you. I almost said, you know what I almost said? The Chariot, the Moon, the Virgo. That cracked me up a little bit. Because that's your power card. I'm like, the Chariot, the Moon, the Virgo. All three power structures, you know, as you continue to move forward, and you will, Chariot, guess what? You get to discover. You. Apparently that's overdue. I don't think you understand how strong you are, how empowered you are, and how much you needed to get back on your own freaking pathway. You're going to find out. There's so much to discover about you, apparently. So whatever it is you kind of, this was again the full negative, but it's over now, or will be. When you stop giving yourself to this in this way, you're going to go through a rediscovery process. This is me. This is who I really am. This is the pathway I'm meant to be on. This is the healing that's supposed to take place. These are the responsibilities I'm supposed to show and demonstrate. This is the level of empowerment that I haven't had access to in a long time. So, you get to rediscover yourself in a very powerful way. Now, and you're like rolling your eyes. What does that even mean? If you're in it, you know. And you're not rolling your eyes. You'll be very much in tune with that experience and grateful for every day of it. Because it means you're no longer redirecting the best of who you are into something that no longer matters or functions, or frankly makes you feel bad for even trying. Because that's what that is. When somebody decides to stop taking a chance on a situation, person, or circumstance, like, why the hell did I keep myself open to you again and again and again? Or that situation or that job. That's not where I'm meant to be. This is not what I'm supposed to be taking chances on. This is not what I should be opening my heart to. What the hell is this? Right? But for some people, it becomes such a habit, they forget who they are. So like I said, you are going to be in the business of rediscovering yourself. So that's a lot. Power card, power card, power card. And you had 1, 2, 3 on the top line. This is a 9-card draw. 6 of them were power cards. So what you might call major life event. You remember the game? What was it? Chutes and Ladders? Some people call it Snakes and Ladders. You're in the business of ladders. Okay? But that doesn't mean they're fun. It's quite the exercise. And then you make progress, and then you see how far you've gone. It's wonderful. Page of Swords. Devil. Well, that's not your problem anymore now, is it? It's really not, though. Sorry. Again, it's really not your problem anymore. Yeah. Isn't that fun? Page of Swords, Devil, 2 of Cups. That's whatever it is you're sick of. Something that really expects you to stick to it or stay with it out of fear. Oh, well, sucks to be that person. And by that I mean very small insight about someone's patternized emotional fear that they most likely projected onto you. In that respect of, long story short, whatever this is expected you to stick around with very little insight to what was going on here, or how you kept opening yourself to it again and again. You probably confused their fear for love. Okay? It probably felt like that for a long time until it wears on you, because eventually someone's fear patterns are going to start to show, and then you realize, oh, that's codependency. Oh, that's false emotion playing out again and again. So every time you open up, give them another chance, give them another shot. Yeah, oh God, you're proving to me time and again that it wasn't worth it, because your insight's so small. Your behavior never changes. You don't see it, but I do. It's not love. That's you trying to convince me it's love to keep me around. It's fear to do anything else or be someone else, or to grow into real feelings. So whatever that is, it's no wonder. I don't know how long you were given to that, feeding someone's fear-based emotions. But man, it must have been a huge energy drain. We want to stay away from that one, honey. This is the kind of thing someone needs to heal on their own time and on their own dime, not yours. And by dime, I mean time, energy, effort. That's their timeline shit. That's for them to unravel. You can't do it, as you should know but for yourself by now. If you keeping your heart exposed to this over and over again would have improved them, they wouldn't have a Page of Swords. They'd have a lot more insight about their devil patterns. Okay? And the Knights of Pentacles. Yeah. Queen of Cups, the Moon, the Hierophant. Gosh, there's so much to do. Oh, there's so much to do. But it's all good stuff. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. You're headed in a direction that is much more emotionally fulfilling and enriching, but you're not going to see that yet. There's other things for you further down the line. Again, you can't see it yet. You're still going to be in a process in future where you're in a steady state of rediscovery, your own sense of drives, ambitions, motivations, and frankly, just who the hell you are. But there's other things in that same process of self-discovery that you have yet to intersect. It's on the way, but why would you be able to see that from where you are? It involves elements of love, possibly commitment, but there's the moon that you need to discover about you in it, and then there's the moon in this context of the unknown. There's just elements as you continue, like I said, to make forward you're not going to see yet. I hope that makes sense. It does to me. But you're in the business of healing. Okay. So in your healing path, there's other things intended for you out there that involve a more loving, healthy heart space, possibly commitment. Okay. But in the meantime, as that Knight of Pentacles on this journey, we have to constantly remember to redirect. So there's that sense of responsibility I was telling you about. Remembering that you have to reject this and not allow it in your life anymore. It's going to be one of those hard responsibilities. But in the end, it will be better for you. Okay? Okay. Gosh, there's manipulation in there. I don't like it. That's emotional manipulation. I'm weak. I'm helpless. No. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Correct. New moon in Libra, know that you are loved. You are loved. Regardless of this, properly loved. Okay. Loved and supported. I want you to surround yourself by those folks who would surround you for the right reasons. Not make you feel trapped, but make you feel like a loved, supported human being. Yeah? Okay. It's the end of a cycle. Can we say duh? But still, it's nice to see that, right? Okay. Storm, unexpected. Ooh. Something went down. There's some sort of tower that made this whole thing obvious. And you're like, you just couldn't. Again, you just couldn't. And you just kind of saw it instantly for what it was, or you radically accepted this situation for what it was. Either way, it was a storm. It was a necessary one. Okay? Mirroring, karmic partner, chaser. Yeah, busy and distracted. Oh, I'm sure it kept you busy and distracted, because then if you had a moment to breathe, you might actually see the situation for what it was. But there's a sense of mirroring, chaser. Whenever you got too far apart from the karmic partner, they'd hunt you down, chase you. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Something like that. Yeah, it's a little too choking in there. Emotional manipulation. Did you even ever have a moment to yourself? But it seemed like love. That's just because I care about you. I just need to know where you are every 5 minutes. A little cloying. I don't know. A secure person can handle a couple of hours of silence and inactivity. I don't know. But that's not just me. That's actually the truth. I usually say, well, that's just me, to kind of deflect in case somebody gets pissed off. But actually, no, that's not just me. A secure person doesn't need their so-called partner constantly chasing them. After how many years? I don't know. Very choking. F-E-Z-S. We have the dual dolphins here that create a heart. We thought we were mirroring love and playfulness, perhaps. Dolphins do like to chase. We thought chasing after them or chasing their love was a good thing. You thought you two were alike. Maybe not. I see where they're mirroring, chasing, yeah. But not necessarily love. All right, then we had the seashell of Cancer in reverse, not tuning into our feelings, if at all. Not listening to the feeling, not listening to the intuitive process, any of those things. All right, Virgo, honey, I do hope this helped you. There's a lot of powerful elements in there today, none of them to be taken lightly, and that's if this is your reading. I hope it helped, though. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on for Capricorn, please? Show me, Capricorn. What is going on? The Hanged Man, lots of folks. Oh, the Tower. Okay. 5 of Cups. All right. Powerful insight there, but some necessary insight. It almost looks like it just came to you one day, out of nowhere, out of thin air. Okay, we'll get back to that. 9 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I have to agree. You are better off. All right. I'm sorry. 5 of Wands, Page of Swords, the Empress. Not your problem. Okay. The Hanged Man, the Tower, 5 of Cups. To be clear, something was made clear to you. Something about the past. A kind of puzzle piece fell into place, and I don't think you were looking for it. It just kind of showed up. Something allowed you to make progress in an old emotional construct of the past. I don't think you were looking for it. I don't think you were poking the past. I don't think you were prodding it. I don't. It almost looks like it drops in out of thin air. It was the puzzle piece that you needed to complete a puzzle. I don't know. There's something here that allowed you to gain a clear picture over a very difficult reference point of the past. And it is past. It seems like you were doing a whole bunch of nothing, like no big deal, just hanging out. And it was in that moment, in that space, something just fell into place where you went, oh. Oh. Okay. And it gave you some sort of resolve. Isn't it odd sometimes how things happen? It's like plucked from obscurity, but it's a Tao reference. It's a point of view that perhaps eluded you. I don't know, perhaps because your energy was already relaxed or wasn't looking at anything too sharply with the Hanged Man, that something just fell into place. You were finally ready to receive that piece of information. That happens too. Sometimes when people look very, very hard to find an answer, they don't find it at all. Why? Because their own point of view, bias, and insistence gets in the way. Sometimes we're just caught off guard in a very relaxed moment or a relaxed frame of mind, and it just, there it is. There's the answer. It's like when you stop looking for it, it just finds you. So I know it looks rough, but it really isn't. It represents a form of spiritual and emotional understanding and therefore some sort of release. It's like, oh, I can let that go. Nine of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. To be clear, you're showing me the passage of time on a current timeline. So that tells me then your days of anxiety are over, your stress about this are over, things just fell into place. And it helped you solve some issues of the past in present day. In Nine of Pentacles, there is a reassurance here that I am me. And almost a kind of reflective confidence that, and it's not arrogant, just a reflective confidence of, yes, I am me, I'm still standing, to quote Elton John, love that song. And I'm better off without it. Like, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Something makes sense to you now that it did not then, and it used to cause you much stress and anxiety. But it's like when it caught you in a relaxed moment, the truth just fell into place. And it does it lends itself to the past in a form of anxious attachment, anxious mental attachment over a particular subject that even though it was a long time ago, it would still hit you in present moments and just grip you. You fast forward a little bit, Nine of Pentacles, you're fine. And whatever it is, you're better off without it. Or you conclude that, like, I can let this go. I'm okay. I turned out okay in the end. But I don't need to worry about it anymore. It makes total sense now. Something like that. And then I kind of whispered under my breath, it's not your problem, because that's all your future. Five of Wands, Page of Swords, the Empress. I'm not too big on that. It's an outside eye. I know a little outside eye when I see one. I see them all the time. More so at the start of the year. It was almost disturbing. You know what it is, though? At the start of the year, people can get very reminiscent. And instead of setting themselves up for a new year, it's because they're still thinking about the past year. And did I really leave that behind? Or is that okay? So we get little eyes running around at the beginning of the year. Fine. But this one's a little eye on you. And it's not happy with what it sees, or it still wants to fight or argue with you. It's just, Empress, not your problem. Not your problem. Not your problem. It's probably whatever it is that, I don't know, could have been a situation, circumstance, a person, I don't know. The energy is combative when it looks at you or thinks about you, but it hasn't changed much. It hasn't changed the story, or it hasn't changed its energy, at least not towards you. And you're like, I'm good. I have the answers I need now, and that's true for you. That's truly true for you. I wonder what fell into place for you. That moment. And it's the best kind too when you're just not looking for it. And there it is. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. I've had something like that. Oh, for certain. Yeah, there's a healing element over an ending. Something. As cycles represent many things, guys, not just romantic attachments, to be clear. I don't know. But it was the insight you needed. Who knows? That could be a disgruntled and or pissed off family member for all I know. I'll never forgive you for blah, 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 or whatever. I don't know. But, you think small, you look small, you're going to get small results. And I don't think it's obsessed with you, no, but I think it looks at you, it's like, why aren't you putting energy onto me? Why do you look so at peace and content? I don't know, I did the work. I'm at a space now where I don't need to think about that situation or you obsessively anymore because I figured shit out on my own. Because I was ready to get the hell on with my life, with or without your permission. Just, you know, I don't know. You know, why aren't you giving me attention? Because I'm not, because I'm the Empress and I'm empowered. And I got other shit to do with my time. That's why. You know, hey. Seven of Wands. Defensiveness. I'm not accepting these, but just in case. Defensive. So the Magician, Three of Wands, someone's summoning back, waiting, acting like they ain't. Okay. So in the meantime, Seven of Wands, keep your boundaries, walls up. King of Swords, we decided upon this. Okay. Yeah. The determination that they're I told you I know little loose eyeballs when I see them, and this is one of them. Dude, you do what you need to do. Okay? You got your defenses up for a reason. You also have a sharp mind. You're a pretty smart cookie. See, this is the difference between energies that have changed and they learn and they recognize some shit. Okay? And someone who hasn't. Over time, this person's had time, whatever this is, this loose eye. You've had time, so have they. Look, ain't nothing changed. So they still perceive you with an angry little eye. I don't know how you got last caught up with this person or what the dynamic was. You would. But it seems to me you did your time thinking and contemplating. And something finally fell into place where you're like, I am better off without this. I really am. It's kind of like I understand this is an element of the past. I can let it go. And it can stay there now. Something like that. Okay. Just FYI. I don't know why I'm saying it. They're just still connected to you, even in the smallest of ways. Anyway. I don't know. Destined to figure it out. Destined that this moment happened when it did. It couldn't have happened any other way. It was just what you needed at that time and at that space. Or frankly, you made yourself available to it when you stopped trying to look for it. You know? But I knew I was going to see that for you. Pluto transformation. Some of you, Capricorn might be your Pluto placement. But that's not the point. The sense of transformation. Some of you have some very interesting Scorpio in your chart. But yeah, transformation. It gave you whatever it is you needed. Okay? That final bit of shadow side is self-sabotage. Yeah. That anxious self-sabotage. It was unnecessary, but you had to see that for yourself at the right time. Okay? We're not doing that so much now. All right? And that's the idea. Something here you were holding on. You never thought you'd work through it. That was a form of self-sabotage too. Push through any insecurity. First quarter moon in Cancer. Some of you might have some very interesting Cancer in your chart. Their season could be important to you, connected to. Okay. Well, yours was quite interesting today. We have the letters W, T, H, R, Q, Z. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. I wish I'd see this more often. The dove, sign of peace, specifically peace within you. Peace over the situation. Someone else has a restless mind and spirit because they have unresolved stuff. That's theirs. Seems to me if it had something to say, if it was so angry at you, it would have spoken up by now. But it doesn't. That energy's choice. You made your choices too. All right. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Continue on in that peace. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. What's going on for Scorpio? What's up? By the way, if you have any Capricorn in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. Okay. The Star. Eight of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Justice, the Magician, the Emperor. Okay. Order up. Knight of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Wands. You got it. 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 And like I'm trying to get it. You're on your way. The Star, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Man, wow. You have some concepts here of Five of Pentacles. There's some breakage in your sense of vision, words, or communication. You're looking to change that or rectify it. You really want your desire meted out. And you're just like, I don't care how much brokenness there is behind me. Five of Pentacles. You can't deter me. You can't turn me off. You can't turn me away. I'm headed towards this particular vision. It is what it is. And you have spoken your words and therefore your actions unto the universe. This is what I'm doing. I would really like your help. If not, I understand, but I'm not going to quit. I respect that. I do. You're showing me your kind of stubbornness here, but you're like, it's what I'm doing. So, and yeah, you have a vision in you, honey. You have a dream. Okay, it's like that. It's up there. It's high, and it means a lot to you. And you're like, I'm making it happen. At once, I'm talking about it. I'm not just wishing. I'm not just wanting. I'm doing. And 8 of Wands, yeah, you're doing it. You're backing it up. It's like, I don't care. I don't care how hard it gets. I don't care if I have some losses. 5 of Pentacles. You're like, I don't care. You're not going to be stopped. And I'm like, okay. And I know that stubbornness in us, when it kicks in, it's like, for better or worse, we're going to try. And so you're doing more than trying, to your credit. The Star is no easy thing. A lot of people give up once they understand the reality involved. And that's not disrespect. It's just, it's so much easier to operate by the principles of the sun. And I don't blame people for that. Some people just want to be happy, have a simple sort of everyday happiness. The Star can really break your back, bust your balls. It's not easy. You have to reach for it and reach for it. And if you get progress, it's kind of like your only real indication that you're on the right direction. So, yeah, I'm gonna get this thing in direction. So you are. You've been working through it and working through it and working through it. And you know what? You're getting results. Justice, the Magician, the Emperor. It's woo! Look at that! Look at that! It's like, that's right. And this, you know what it's reminding me just a little bit of? I was so triumphant. I had a similar triumphant feeling, I want to say, with, it was not today's Cancer's reading, but last Thursday's check-in. I felt that wave of triumph like I am with you right now, and just want to let you know I'm connecting to that. So if you have any Cancer in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. They also had the Emperor here in an interesting placement. So you might have some Aries in your chart regardless. Anyway, Justice, Libra as well, of course. The Magician, the Emperor. I'm making it happen, Captain. And you've gotten some results, and therefore you kind of ask the universe for more. Justice, the Magician, the Emperor, it's like, I'm on the right track. I know I'm on the right track. I'm feeling good. I'm getting results, and I'm feeling pretty balanced. I'm feeling pretty groovy. I'm feeling pretty empowered. That's right, I said groovy. And you're like, I need more. I need more results. I need more results. I can't back off now. Things are looking too good. They're shaping up. Your vision's shaping up. Whatever that 5 of Pentacles was to you, it's like, that's nothing. Sometimes when you reach for the stars, you got to assume some losses. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Things break off along the way. But that also means you have the opportunity to add. So, Justice, the Magician, the Emperor, congratulations to you. You're making your dream come true. You look great. You look strong-willed. It's like, I'm sexy and I know it. Except you looking chill. You're looking real chill, but you're on top of it. As the Emperor, you feel correct, you feel justified, but on top of all this, empowered. Okay? Knight of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Wands. Man, look at that. Beautiful emotional movement there. Right there towards the end. I don't really know what that is. Perhaps they'll show me on advice, but right there towards the end, You show me vulnerability in a way that's not really to do with triumph or success. It has more to do with a sense of an emotional flow, something that attracts you, something that you seem to be compelled towards. I don't know, could be a brand new opportunity, but there's something here about judgment. Timing is right for that energy to become available to you. So it's going to be a not right away thing. You're going to hit peak with this, hit stride with this, possibly around Aries season, maybe. I don't know. There's all the work on the upfront. Here's you liking the results and feeling very, very correct. But then something further out, Knight of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Wands, is going to represent a lesson in emotionality, vulnerability, expression, but you are naturally drawn to it with the Ace of Wands. It's going to be a your call thing, but it presents itself when the time is right. That's all I know. Let's take a look. Perhaps they will send me. Let's get some advice, but I like it. It feels soft. It feels vulnerable. You went from being kind of a badass, you know, you're succeeding, killing it, you want more of it, to what? It feels a little romantic. Sure, I'll say it. Sure, it looks a little romantic. It looks soft. It does. But how you're greeting it is so different than up here than what's a goal line and a desire line and a drive line, you know? Three of Wands. I understand. I understand it's further out. There's some distance there. The Hierophant, the Sun, and happy element, honey. It's a happy element. Remember I was telling you about the Sun? So this is a warming element. This, it takes work, it's grueling, and sometimes it feels cold, but it's yours. You're going to get it, okay? This is warm. And like I said, I see it further out as the Hierophant and the Sun. There's a sense of happiness here, possibly commitment. It doesn't feel like it's you. You've already kind of given me a very strong, this is Scorpio, this is what I'm doing, energetic idea, if you will. This feels outside of you. It's a warming element. It feels warm. It feels comfortable with the Hierophant there. Steady. Like I said, spiritually correct. Okay? It's further out, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes it's vague, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You'll know. You're going to feel compelled towards it. It has a very warm influence. Steady, too. It's kind of comforting, I must say. But yes, it's inspiring, and it softens your heart. It's like I said, it's further out, but it looks nice. It does. Okay, is there anything else? I mean, thanks for that. Is there anything else? I'm assuming it's supportive, right? Hungry. I was like, what am I making? Oh yeah, chicken fingers. I make homemade chicken fingers. Thank you. I have secret spices. Okay, KFC ain't got nothing on me. All right. Eight of Wands. I see that. Yeah, it's over here. Keep on with your communication. That's it. That's all. Keep insisting on that communication. Keep those lines open. Keep acting towards your goals. Whatever hits you have to take, it's fine. According to your energies, something that you're willing to do. It's not always easy, right? To get the star, as we've discussed. And you're like, I know. I'm up to task. There you are, cracking your knuckles, doing your warm-ups. Yep. You just keep on keeping on. Right now, communication is imperative, although it's sometimes frustrating. Indeed. Nevertheless, you're achieving your goals. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Damn right. Now, some of you might have some very interesting Taurus in your chart. We could be seeing a little bit further out here at the season. I did touch upon Aries. That is there as well. But yes, be proud of yourself. You are achieving your goals. You're doing great. I love it. All right. Absolutely love it. Over here, when you're like, I was right. I knew I was right pursuing this star. Oh, that's great. I love it. But you're just like, chill. I'm chill, though. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm totally chill. I love it. Seeds of spring. Yeah, heavy spring references here. So it's anywhere between now, April, May, as discussed. So yeah, there is something out there further out. But the seeds of spring, what you're doing now, by the way, obviously pays exponentially later. All right, the courage to change. Yeah, some of you had the courage to change the railroad tracks. You hit the tracks. You were willing to abandon things to pursue other things. But the idea is the courage to change. Open up, pursue your dreams. Refuse to stay stagnant in places that have nowhere to go, right? Moving on, moving forward. It takes nerve, guys. It takes absolute fucking nerve to pack those bags and head out. Okay, especially when it means leaving behind everything you've known, your comfort zone, really challenging yourself. So, the courage to change. Yes. And we are really digging into that now. That's enough. I don't need to keep pursuing it. Okay. We have the letters W, U, I, and A. That's it? Okay. All right, Scorpio, honey. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Great job. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. I started talking to Cinnamon over here, and then for some reason I was about to look up and start talking to you like I'd already shuffled the cards. Like, what's going on? Like, wait a minute. I haven't said hello yet. What's going on? You know how it is when you start talking to your animals and it's like it's as good as talking to a person? Yeah, that was that moment. What's going on? Show me, Pisces. Show me, Pisces. To me, that's just evidence that your pets really are like family members. You have a whole dialogue with them, and they may not necessarily, they don't understand you word for word, but they understand tone. Most of them do. Cats, I love cats. But I think more often than not, they choose not to hear you. That's me, though. That's my opinion. Anyway, happy birthday, Pisces, honey. We still got a couple more weeks in your zone before we move over to Aries season, so enjoy it, please. Lots of interesting things taking effect under your season this year. What's going on, please, for Pisces? Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. All right. The Empress, the Moon, you. Page of Wands. Okay, that feels so intense. The Hermit, Page of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. You're like, you opened up straight away with, I know what's up. Truth. And I kind of see you opening your heart. I don't know that you're pouring your heart out, but it feels like that. Let me put it this way. Your words are prepared. You have some very prepared language. Now, that's either communication coming towards you and you are prepared to respond to it, or you're putting it out there and you got your words in order. Regardless, I like the space it's coming from. Is the Ace of Cups? Is it new love? Is it refreshed love? I have no idea. The authentic heart is in there. And the mind is lining up with what we feel, and the communication's on point. This seems to be happening, if not now, then soon. This all kind of indicates like now. But for some of you, the word might be soon. Okay? I still see your power card here, so we're still under your direct influence. Now, so Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, okay, that's good stuff. Some of the communication might get really direct, really honest, but hey, that's not bad. That means there's no confusion that is coming from the heart. So, like I said, we're clear with our words. We're in alignment with them. Our intent is there. Our action or the intent of action's in there. Whatever. But there you go. Good luck to you and whomever it is you're talking with. Woo, the energy's charged there. The Empress, the Moon, Page of Wands. There you are. You are actually presenting face value to this person that you've identified as the Empress. And behind it is Page of Wands. You are being open. You're being receptive. And you seem to be processing the energies and or dialogue between you and this person. Oh, I think you're trying to show openness and interest without assuming expectation, which is good. But you seem to be just kind of gently taking in the energies and the dialogue, and just trying to remain open towards it, you personally. Okay, good luck. I really don't see anything else right now because it's so saturated. It might show me some advice here and we get more of what the heck's going on. But right now the concentration's high. It's so saturated, like I said. Further out, the Hermit, Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles. This is internal, and that's not bad. Now, don't get me wrong. You're walking a pathway that's external. That suggests healing, and everything about where I am has led me up to this moment. But on the inside, you're showing me a reflection of healing in the heart and anything that feels like abandonment or owies of the past that might have hurt you. You kind of understand if those things hadn't happened, it wouldn't have kind of put you where you are today, or where you will, I should say, find yourself in future. And the Hermit's a good place to be. It's one of my favorite cards in tarot to indicate healing because it's based on real experience. You can't fake it, right? This is the path I've walked, and looking back on it, this is what I've learned. And you know what? I'm making some choices because I either like my path and I want to continue on in it, or I want to maybe start going left and right instead of straightforward. The idea is that it affords us opportunity of recognition in ourselves, how far we've come, and how much more we have yet to do. So here I'm seeing some good work. Not only do you recognize how far you have come in your life and the Five of Pentacles, how it affected you and why, you're also kind of soothing yourself on the inside, saying it couldn't have been any other way. Right? These Five of Pentacles, abandonment, whatever, helped make me who I am, and that's very true. So what puts you in that reflective mood in future, I don't know, but it is a kind of stopping point of admiration for you, where you get to see again once more how far you've come and the progress you've made and choices that you want to make from there. So it's not a bad thing. I know that's like, well, what does that have to do with the future? Well, whenever you can stop and appreciate how far you've come, where you are, it gives you an idea of where you could be. That's why. So there is enough change up here, okay, to indicate you've done some good work in the future. It's going to inform you about what to do next. That's it. But up here, I'm terribly curious because it's so heavily concentrated. The saturation's so high. You ever seen like a can of frozen orange juice, you know? And it says frozen concentrate. That's what, it's not frozen, but it is concentrate. It hasn't been diluted yet. So what's going on? That's such honest communication from the heart. It looks like it's running both ways, so that's good. Very good. Okay. Ten of Pentacles tried to pop out. Foundation is important to some of you. Stability, yes. Justice, Ace of Swords, there's that truth again. Page of Swords, and someone's been growing into their truth. And that is actual growth, which is good. I've been seeing too many Pages of Swords lately, doing a whole bunch of nothing. So here we have the activation of knowledge. Starts out little, but it grew. That means somebody was willing to show insight and growth at the intellectual level about truth or one's personal truths. And I see them once more being conveyed soon from the heart. Either you prompting it, receiving it, but it's going back and forth as an equal thing. And here we have the sense of justice. It's going to make sense. Literally. This communication, whatever it represents, is going to help things make sense. So I don't know who this is to you, but it's going to lend to that future sense of self where you understand that it couldn't have been any other way. But here it is. You ever heard that phrase, make it make sense? Yeah, well, something's going to be making sense soon. And it looks like it's wrapped up in this conversation. So I don't know that it's intimate. It kind of feels that way, but what I'm really seeing here is intimacy of the heart. In that respect of this is sincerely meant or sincerely felt. And that's going to lend to the growth of one's knowledge base. But yes, it's going to make sense. All right, let's see this over here a little bit. I'm curious. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Strength. Okay. Interesting. What about it? Oh, Seven of Cups. Okay. Okay. No movement. Strength. Stay still. Someone's taking strength to stay still. And keeping the heart space open. All right, there's a stillness in here. No movement, the strength to stay still and really open up to emotions. So this is hard for at least one of you. Okay, but the determination to stay in one spot, to not move. The emotional / learning process continues. We're going to stay still. It's kind of like saying, I agree to stay in the eye of the storm with you, so long as you do. We're going to remain open towards this, and it takes strength. So that means someone here is clearly uncomfortable, but they are doing more than trying. So that's good. Okay? We're going to leave that there for now. You'll know more as you know more. I just know that what you know in the future is going to help. Aha! That's why it says no movement, runner. Someone always kind of... Now, don't get me wrong. Someone can be an empress and still be a runner. It does speak to some level of anti-empowerment, but that doesn't mean they don't identify with things like generosity or, I don't know. If anything, you can perceive them as the empress. They're like a VIP to you, or perhaps you were the runner in this context. I don't know. But someone here has that sense of empress quality, and then there's you with the moon. So it could be you that was the runner or the silent one. It's not an accusation, so don't take it as one. I really don't know whose role is whose. But I have the determination here for one person to stand still. No movement. The strength to stand still and be open to feeling. Because someone here is a runner. It's hard for them to stay in one spot and tune those feelings, you know? I don't know. So it could be you, it could be them. There's that openness behind you. Is it you? It's okay. You don't have to tell me. Just curious. Well then. Good job to you or that person standing still. What do I say all the time? And I don't know who this is to, but I see where it hits the heart. Okay? And I know that you benefit directly in future. So I don't know. But I'm going back. I don't know if this is romantic, but it means something. Full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. You might have some very interesting Gemini in your chart. Could be connecting to. Their season might be important too, but just embrace the flow of life. And there it is, that sense of standing still. See, I got two people standing in the eye of the storm. Agreeing to be calm and stay in each other's presence and express feelings. Release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Okay? Release your blocks. All right. You might have some Scorpio in your chart, etc. Okay. We have the letters C, U, F, K, and Y. And then we have the medallion of Sag in the reverse, the keyword here being optimist. All right, Pisces, honey, I do hope this helped you. It's quite interesting. Put in your comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Cancer. What's going on for Cancer? All right, what's going on? Temperance, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Pentacles. Good. Good job. All right. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Fool. It's making me chuckle. That's making me chuckle so hard because it's... Anyway, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. It's like, well, now that I did the thing, I don't know. In future, I want you to work through that. I was telling somebody else, I've been saying, well, it's the Eight of Swords today. Keep turning up like a dirty penny. That's all right. I don't want this to freak you out because I don't know where you are in this. The opening made perfect sense, and I said, good job. Temperance, the Hanged Man, the Five of Pentacles. You have been doing a lot of back and forth on what looks like 3D energy. It is looking like work, you know. Heavily work concentration, Pentacle. But again, take it as it resonates, as the story fits, yeah? Temperance, the Hanged Man, Five. I mean, it's like, it's soothing. Thinking about abandonment, what does that mean? What is the responsibility of abandonment? What does it mean to let something go? Did this situation or work, did it do it to me first? Did it leave me hanging high and dry? Am I being undervalued? Am I being underpaid? Am I being whatever? So you're trying to see this Five of Pentacles issue at work for every conceivable angle that you can. Because you're like, should I heal myself to this? Should I just quote unquote get over it? And stay here? Is this good enough? Am I overthinking things? I don't think you're overthinking things. No, you're taking all these concepts to a healthy place. The willingness to think about it. Temperance and the Hanged Man. If you were just telling yourself to get over it, you know, some Five of Swords bullshit or Seven of Swords stuff, then I'd be like, you need to have a better dialogue with yourself. But this one, you have a direct dialogue. This is something you've been thinking about a long time. There's a growing dissatisfaction and you're aware of it. Again, specifically related to your 3D material world. In some way that's supposed to be security, but it don't feel secure. And you've been going back and forth. And I can see where you're like, maybe I just need to get over it. Maybe my expectations are too high. I don't think so. I don't. Parts of it are self-interest, such as self-worth. Other parts of it are time, looking at something realistically. You've told yourself to be patient again and again and again. Try to see this from perhaps the circumstance as it warrants it. Almost like, you know, if you could take on your job's point of view, you would too, and see it from that angle. And I think you have. But regardless, at the end of the day, whatever your construct is here, you've given it a lot of good consideration. And then guess what you do? Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Fool. It's almost like, fuck it, I'm out of here. So you went from careful, deep, steady contemplation to, you know what? This place sucks. I'm going to take it and shove it. Eight of Pentacles, I don't know if you have like a fit of fury. I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like it was cooking in there the whole time. You had been thinking about leaving this a long time, but you've always kind of, again, tempered yourself against it. You probably, you know, there's never a good time to do things like this, ever. Especially if you're used to it and you've been learning to work with this for years. Years and years and years you've been learning to work with this. And Eight of Pentacles, I mean, you were the master at your craft. Still are, I'm sure. But Ten of Swords, the Fool, is like, fuck it, I'm out of here. You know, that was one bullshit day too many, or something like that. Every now and again you feel this devaluing effort, and that's why it's ever crossed your mind at all, so do keep that in mind. Okay? Devaluing. Underpaid, underappreciated, understaffed, something. But again, you've been very generous with your point of view, and most likely your time too. Now in the future, Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, is like, should I take that back? So it might be that you're having a bit of a panic reaction. It's like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, crap. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And part of you wonders if I can take it back. Is it too late? Did I leave a good door open for this? And another part of you is just like, maybe that my reaction to this is just fear. And I'm not actually listening to myself. Correct. I want you to do what's right for you. And what looked like a snap decision is actually based on a lot of background work. But for some reason, we're losing sight of this in the future. And that's because I think reality hits. It's like, oh my God, did I really do that? I didn't think I was gonna. It's because you've given this thing years to correct itself and you to grow into it or correct it or rectify it, or you've always found a way to make it fit. Somehow, you've been very patient. You've always found a way to make it fit. I guess at some point you got tired of trying to make it fit. It's like I said, it was like one bullshit day too many for you. I don't know. And the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Eight of Swords. Like I said, part of you panics in future. It's like, can I take it back? What should I do now? I can't go back. Wait, got to move forward. What should I do now? That's the Eight of Swords talking. You're not listening to yourself, the High Priestess. Okay. So tarot does not dictate action, you do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. I see where you've held back and lingered and tried to make this thing grow despite its many issues. And I can see where you decided to try to thrust yourself forward into a new direction. And at the time, that also felt correct. And then these two conflicts happen to you in future where it's like, maybe I should have stayed back here, or maybe I should continue to leave this behind. Again, you need to do what's right for you. So there's a big difference between being full positive and just being open to new and you mean it because it feels correct, and being foolish where you kind of goading yourself into it, which in which case is not a new beginning. It's you poking and prodding yourself to generate new activity. So ask yourself which is which. Okay? Do I really want a new beginning, or am I just picking on myself until I do something? You know? Because if you're going to have a new beginning, I want you to plan for it and be ready for it. Because this is one of those things where it's 3D. You have some say. You have some say. I don't see this letting you go. I see you walking away from it. So if you want a new beginning, perhaps plan for Ace of Pentacles. Or plan for a new 8. You know? Because I don't want you to have that reaction, oh God, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Okay? When it's done, you know, I've done it before too. Like when I've switched careers, I was prepared for it. I was prepared for those aces. It was a judgment thing. It was a correct timing thing. But after you do the thing, you're still going to have that, I've been doing this thing for 10 years. How do you just stop? Well, I'd worked on it for a previous fucking year. I knew I was ready. But doing the thing sometimes scares the shit out of people, and you second guess yourself, and you're like, oh my God. So you actually might have a new opportunity lined up, and you're not even reflecting on that. Some of you, in future, you have one lined up, but you wonder if you didn't make a mistake. That kind of thing. So actually, let's get some advice for you, but I just wanted to give you some background on that in terms of how I'm seeing two sides of you. Hang in there. Patience. Build into this. It'll eventually correct itself. No, it fucking won't. I'm out. And that's why I'm laughing. It's like two completely different sides here. All right, what's going on? Let's get some advice, please. Four of Wands, 10 of Swords, and the Fool. Relationship structure, building. Some of you associate this work as a relationship. Again, Four of Wands is how, well, I would usually say two people build it, but in this respect, how you built into it. So if I'm talking about a relationship here, you associate it with work, which already tells me this is probably best left behind. Because if all you see this relationship as is pentacles and work and it'll correct itself, that's a problem. For others of you, you see this work construct as a working relationship that's heavily contractual. Okay. Our seasonal, possibly with the Four of Wands in career readings. It can be very events-based. Festival, celebration, function. Okay? Let's say you work the wedding circuit. Well, weddings tend to populate very heavily at certain times of years and not much at other times. And so you can have a really odd workflow. You know what I'm saying? So some of you associate your work once more as contractual and something that you built up. Okay? 10 of Swords, the Fool. Yeah, say it once, say it twice, baby. Look at that. regardless if you built into this and you see it as walls that you personally put together and constructed. Okay? You don't seem to want to be associated with it anymore, no matter how much you've tried to tell yourself to hang in there. And if it's a personal relationship, why the hell are you showing me Pentacle? Okay. Because then it's all about the work you're putting in, and you keep telling yourself to hang in there because one day it'll get good again. Okay. So we don't like that. We don't like that. But your advice was incredibly straightforward. 2 of Wands, the Knight of Swords. When you make a decision, know you're making it, act on it. That's it. No takesy-backsies. There's the decision. There's the action. Okay? Okay. I do hope that helped you. That was quite interesting. That was quite interesting. Home, family. You deeply associate this with a sense of commitment. You might have some very interesting or strong Taurus in your chart, because this would be very much a pentacle thing or earth thing. My work is my commitment. Sense of stability, home. Okay. Or some of you literally work from home and you're sick of that. There's that too. Okay. But what's kept you in place for many of you is that sense of, I got to provide. That's a really real, it's not an impulse. That's a really real need. I understand that too. We've been thinking about this since winter, which we're technically still in for many folks. Yeah. Nurture, compassion. Truth is, you need to abide by principles of self-worth in this decision. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. Okay? Okay. No, we did not. First quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. What you want to see in reality, speak it. That way the universe can take you seriously. It's just a form of manifestation. Okay? We have the letters Z, H, X. We have the Captain's Wheel, which is a combination of the Wheel of Fortune as well as the World. Time moves forward always. And in those moments, that is life. Doors close and they open. It's inevitable. But time will always carry forward. So close doors and open them appropriately, because time's going to move on with or without us. And then we have the Peacock here, a sense of grand display, a sense of achievement, see me, recognition. I want to stretch my feathers. I want the glory of it. I want the recognition, like I said. There you go. And possibly attracting a better offer, that kind of thing. And then we have the Medallion of Scorpio. Some of you might have some Scorpio in your chart, could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you, but the key word here is passionate. Okay? All right. Cancer, honey, like I said, interesting. You kind of let me know where you are for the Cancer I'm looking at. Work and this idea of home are the same, and I can see where that would very much tempt you to hang back. Okay. You can also use that to your advantage, though. Know what your priorities are, and that can motivate you forward always. All right, anyway, just hope it helped. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cinnamon baby. Come here, baby. Cinnamon. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I woke her up from a nice deep nap. Oh, I'm surprised she didn't. I'm surprised when I do that, when I dare do that. She's usually super grumpy. That's it. That's it. I hope that'll do. I try not. Actually, I don't. It's not try not to. I don't. If she doesn't want to be on camera, I don't. That's it. That's all there is to it. All I can do is ask her to come over. And she paid us a little visit, and now she's making it very, very clear to me. You can't see it, but I can. My peripheral. Mommy, I expect a treat now. You guys, happy Sunday. Take care. Be well.